I'm Andy Fekete. I'm from Illinois. I work for Indian Prairie School District 204. So we are the fourth largest district in Illinois. I am an instructional technologist for the district, and I oversee all the Google side of the house, as well as our Chromebook one-to-one deployment, which will be the largest one-to-one in the state of Illinois and one of the largest in the Midwest when it's done.
Awesome.
Wow,
that's a handful.
Yes, yeah.
Man.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
On top of that, you're handling the instructional, technology end of it, and do you get to go by classrooms and do all that kind of good stuff and get your hands dirty, as they say?
Yes, I do spend a lot of my time out in classrooms, working side by side with teachers, working directly with their students. It's a challenge in my position because we have 34 sites and 29,000 teachers or 29,000 students, and but I get out to as many buildings as I can and service as many kids as possible.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
So you're talking about heading up the Google side of things. So let's talk about the Google side of things. What does that entail in terms of? I mean, I'm assuming you're now
Google Classroom,
G Suite now, right, or whatever they're calling it these days.
Yep.
And your Chromebook rollout. So talk about those two aspects.
Yep. So I am the administrator for the district. I'm as well as a Google certified trainer and a Google certified admin as well. So I do all of the Google training for the district, putting that content together. When updates come, that new update to Classroom is fantastic. That personalized learning piece for kids is amazing. And so when that came out, I put together a little guide and pushed that out through my teachers and LMC directors for them to then disseminate that information out to their staffs. I also manage kind of the day-to-day, we need this extension pushed out. We need, whatever it is, this whitelisted, whatever it might be, right?
Sure.
So that kind of covers both the teacher training side as well as some of the admin pieces. So it's nice because when I came in 4 years ago, I really kind of blew up the admin council and rebuilt it. And so it's rebuilt in a way that it just runs itself.
Oh, yeah.
And doesn't require a lot of management, where the old way did. So that saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you train other areas, like, so you rebuilt everything? So where can we find that? No.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you document that in a white paper?
I did. Not in a white paper,
Okay.
but I have documented that, and it's it was really just, how do you look at how are you going to structure your students in your organization? I mean, that's the biggest side of it.
That's one of the biggest things, back in the day of Active Directory,
Right.
I should say back in the day. A lot of us still use Active Directory in conjunction with Google.
Right.
Works beautifully. But that was the biggest deal. Like, how do we build this out? How do we make it so we're not moving chunks of students and, everything every year, just build it so it works its way out. Yep. It's good to know that everybody's still thinking that way.
Right.
And I think that's what's cool about this FETC is the new track for IT. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the IT track to help folks, that don't know about that, to go, hey, this is a great way for me to get a handle on
Absolutely.
that. It's good to know you guys got a handle on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so we talked about the Google side and a little bit about extensions, that kind of stuff. So talk about the Chromebook side. You said you guys are in the process of doing a huge one-to-one rollout. So talk to us about that rollout, and also about the Chromebook actual physical side of how you're managing all those and that type of thing.
Yep.
That's a big one.
So I am fortunate to have a wonderful tech services side of the house, if they're listening, and who manages all of the device side for me. Mm-hmm. So we worked in collaboration to choose which device we were going to go with, what kind of model, what style, what features we wanted, screen, all of those things, right?
Sure.
But after we went through that process and we decided on a device, they handle a lot of the enrollment and deployment of the actual devices themselves. So that's nice. One cool thing that I'll tell you about that we've done is we have worked to start what we call student tech squads.
Oh, yeah.
So those are groups of students at each of our buildings. So they work. So it's a way to blend from the instructional side, my side, and the tech services side. Tech services was kind of overwhelmed with Chromebook help requests, and kind of came to us and said, what can we do about this? So I met with the APs at each of the sites and said, let's identify a group of kids and have them help, with some of these common issues.
Exactly.
And it's been a fantastic, process and rollout. So really helped.
Well, and that's so cool because that, it gets those kids who are interested in doing that kind of thing, it gets their hands dirty. I mean, they actually get to work on these devices. They actually get to service the devices. And frankly, I think it also helps. Well, it definitely builds their skill set, but I think it also helps build their confidence in being able to do those kinds of things, and also helps them learn those troubleshooting skills.
Yep, absolutely.
And collaboration with peers, working with the other students, but then also collaboration with their superiors. They're sorry to use the word, but they're elders.
No, you're right.
Working with folks that they have got to work with and look up to help provide guidance when they run into a situation they don't know how to handle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's very
and
cool.
we really had the conversation with them about, it's really about student empowerment, right?
Yeah.
Empowering them. And it's even small things. So we haven't gotten to the stage where they're opening up devices and replacing screens. We haven't gotten to that stage yet. But one of the Chrome updates was having an issue with headphone connections, right? And so we actually, I took some data on this, and we looked at a student at Building A was having the headphone issue, and the traditional process was he would take his Chromebook, with the headphones plugged in, not working, down to the LMC. The LMC director or whomever was down there would show him him or her, right? How to, disconnect, reconnect, go into the settings, make sure it's connected, go back up to class, right? Well, I put together a one-sheet guide, push that out through a massive Google Classroom where I have all of the Tech Squad kids from all of the campuses in one classroom, put together a one-sheet guide showing the kids how to do it. That way, if anyone says, hey, I'm having a headphone issue, right? Now I got a kid in the classroom that says, I already learned how to do that, right? So I keep kids in the classroom, increase their instructional minutes, increase their time that they're learning, right? As well as get those issues resolved.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome.
So your one-to-one initiative, do they take them home or do they leave them in school?
They are taking them home.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys use a content filter offsite and a controller offsite?
We are.
And who would that be?
We're using Lightspeed at the moment.
Lightspeed?
Yep.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
That really handles a lot of the trouble of letting them take them home and go, great, that's all handled offsite.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and not have any concerns about, going home and
going the wrong place.
Going to the wrong place.
Using that device for something other than education. Yeah.
Correct.
Which is one of our biggest fears, isn't it? Well, at least the administration's, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's right.
We usually don't worry about it.
So in terms of them taking it home, and I mean, invariably there's breakage, damage, that kind of stuff. So what kind of numbers do you see along those lines?
So we've had some screen breakage issues have been our number one. Couple other, a couple other little things. We did purchase one of the ruggedized Chromebooks, and so we've seen less than some of our neighboring districts.
Sure.
But it's still been pretty considerable. We're looking at probably purchasing maybe an always-on case or something going forward to see if we can drop that number even lower. But we'll see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep.
So something we like to do here is give you a 45-second elevator pitch. So you get on the elevator, your hero's standing there, you've got 45 seconds. It says, who are you? What do you do? So boom, you got 45 seconds.
So in my 45 seconds, I would say my message to teachers everywhere is this message of E-Up. And so we talk with our teachers that I work with about equipping, encouraging, and empowering. So we equip them with the things that they need. You're going to have devices. You're going to have digital resources. You're going to have a strong network. You're going to have the things that you're going to need. We're going to encourage you to take some risks, right? Think outside the box. Look at curriculum differently. We're going to empower you to do what's best for students. And if we follow that model, we really can have students